Do you want a bar?
I know.
Yeah.
It's dry, but my breakfast is still going to be simple because I'm just having oats and oat milk, some berries, maybe a scoop of peanut butter and maple syrup. It's 3 hours before, so it's going to be a fairly big bowl, and that should see me through to the start, aside from a coffee. So before you do anything, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, all the other buttons on the screen. In the last video, how many grams of porridge I have for breakfast. I don't weigh it. It's like that much. I don't know how much that is. Like 75, 100 grams. Look guys, are you even like a proper cycling household family if you don't have kit just hanging around drying? Are you really a cycling household, cycling family? Weather looks beautiful today. It's supposed to be like between 10 degrees and like 12 degrees, so very little change. There's a bit of frost on the ground, but because I'm not starting until 10, it should be gone by then. As long as the descent is like dry and not damp. Not that it's a problem, because as many of you know, if you've watched this series of videos, which there is a playlist that you can follow along and watch for these series of videos building up to the Everest. And I've answered it millions of times. People ask me when am I doing it. It really doesn't matter when I do it. Like, I don't even have to do it this year. Depending on the situation with COVID and whatnot, it could even be next year. But all I know is I'm putting in the effort so that it's familiar to my body. So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
The whole idea is that today I'm gonna mathematically bury myself for 4 hours. Particularly the last hour. Hopefully we'll have a lot of more support on the climb. I'm feeling good. It's the last day of a massive training block. It's going to go well. I'm in good frame of mind, so I'm going to crush it. Listen up guys, if you like the video, like if you really like this video, please hit the like button. Please comment down below. Have you ever done an Everest? Have you ever tried to do Everest? Are you even thinking of trying doing? This is something I'm passionate about. This is something I want to train for. And I truly believe that I can break the Everesting record. So let's tell YouTube that. Come here, show them what you're wearing. So I'm gonna try and make this easy for you to watch, okay? So the best way I can describe what I'm gonna do today is obviously to go up and down a hill for 4 hours. There is a strategy. I'm not just gonna, go out and start off hard and see how I can kind of hold on to pace throughout the 4 hours. Although that was what I did in the 3 hour Everest, where I actually covered like 1,167 meters per hour, give or take, for the 3 hours. So I think I totaled in at 3,534 meters. Obviously for this, I'm aiming for something in the region of like 4,600 meters in 4 hours. But I'm going to be doing a different strategy this time, and I'll try and put up on the screen during the video, during the footage, some like splits. This is me just sat on the sofa now talking about this. It's all going to change when I get out there, obviously. I'm aiming to do every rep at around 4.5 to 5 watts per kilo, because that's what everyone seems to kind of taper off at in the final hour and a half of every Everesting World Record that's been broken. And from there, I'm going to gradually ramp it up. When I did the 3 hour one last month, exactly 4 weeks ago, I actually was doing 5.3 watts per kilo in the first couple of reps, and in the last couple of reps I was doing 5.6 watts per kilo. So I had plenty left in the tank after that 3-hour one, and I felt like it was fine. So by just taking it a little bit steadier in that first hour, I'm hopefully going to be clinical in my execution in that final hour. Fun fact for those of you that are new here, by the way, so this is the climb I used last time, Hale and Munners to Cattle Grid. It's 14% for 900 meters, and it climbs 116 meters in elevation. It's a terrible climb, as you can see. It's a terrible climb, but Ronan McLaughlin, who obviously has the current record, as I'm filming this, and obviously someone's bound to break it again before I ever go. But his was actually 117 meters, so only 1 meter difference. But obviously the speed of the descent is much greater, so that's something you got to take into consideration. Right, let's get going. Start ASAP, no hanging around. Be clinical about it. We'll see you in the montage. Spin round. Enjoy your max rep as well. Thank you.
I hate this climb. I think as well, maybe we need to get out of the way next time he comes around, innit?
Can you grab that stick just for there?
Yeah.
Third rep in. Need a pee already. I'm on that way both sides.
You got enough?
Like the video.
Yeah. Do you want a bar? Yeah.
Where am I? Are you? I'm going back home. Are you?
They're really friendly.
No, I think Dicky's going for
I walked up there earlier. Yeah, in my daps.
Doing like 4.8, 4.9 watts per kilo
in the morning.
for basically 2.5 hours. And then I decided to
I can't. Well,
see what I had in that last 60-90 minutes. And I was just like, I was doing like 6.5 watts per kilo like the last hour, the last 10 reps almost. It's my bag, innit? It's like going long and fatigue resistance and everything else. It just feels so, you just feel so good when you're able to go really hard at it. Chill out spin. It counts how many cyclists have been on there. Some hooligan has already like smashed it. It's only been there a week. Cheers, Keith.
nice to see human beings again. Hey, well done, Ned.
Cheers, Keith. Cheers too much.
No!
Well, that's gonna wrap it up. I thoroughly enjoyed that ride. Like I've said, like I really enjoy like the long
the long sustained efforts. And the thing is, I felt so good today, and like negative splitting the effort like I did, I managed to have loads left in that final hour to see what I could do, to see how hard I could ride. And I was, in that final hour, I was doing almost 400 watts for like 3 or 4 minute ascent, and I fueled like a dream. 4 bottles of Beta fuel. These have been such good sessions to do. I think I'm right in saying that I was riding 4.8 to 5 watts per kilo for the first 2 hours, 2.5 hours on every rep. And because it rained quite heavily halfway through, I was having to take like a descent really slow. And it was only when it dried out that I was able to like get faster descents in. And the final hour, I was doing like 5.5 to 6 watts per kilo, and then 6 watts per kilo plus for the last half an hour in those last kind of 5 reps. And you've got to be clinical, you know, when you're doing stuff like this, you never second guess yourself, and you just got to commit to it fully, and there's no ifs and buts. And you know, speaking to a couple of friends who were there to support me today, as well as, you know, Charlie, of course, you just got to commit. And you know, I was well in my comfort zone for the first couple of hours, and that was really hard. You know, the hardest part was like holding back and making sure I had something left. But even that first couple of hours, that watts per kilo pace was basically world record pace. So to have something left at the end, that's what I'm striving for. I'm striving for that, to have something left. But anyway, whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to train for, chasing, I hope you're absolutely smashing it. I hope you're absolutely smashing it.